Hello once again, and welcome back to another curiously created haphazard recording. I am your mistake-making host on a semi-occasional basis, more often than not, but as much as many, Lance Reynard. And today I want to address a mistake. Oh my God, I made one, and I don't ever recall doing that before. However, this map has a big hole in it. I was confused and in a rush, and I've called it Africa, and it's actually South America. And by obvious nature of having Paraguay and other identifiable names in here, like Carabana and Peru. And then you've got this massive crater, which I was stunned by. It put me in shock, and much like the crab I showed yesterday, I was stunned. And missed the fact that this. And so, in short, I had made a dastardly and terrible and vast mistake about the continent I was looking at, briefly, at any rate. I was glazing through things. However, you have all of these details that show that this is inferior. And really want to get over this, but some of these details are like Lake Titicaca. How much did you have to smoke to make this map? Wanted to run through that, and at the same time, how much did I have to smoke to make my last production? Thinking that was Africa. That was a brief detail. I like to hammer myself to death with the issues that I have made mistakes in or consider that I have. And this is something that I glazed over in the past also and covered briefly was the, of course, immense size of star forts. And it was brought up in comments that they could be landing areas for blimps. And so I wanted to bring up that huge mistake that I had made, and then take a quick preview at, now this is another curious caricature cartoon type map, and I hope I don't call this the United States today. However, it isn't. Of course, you can see that it's a depiction of Europe as it says on the map. And I wanted to read this down here. England in rage forgets Ireland but still keeps it in her power. So England is up here, and keeping Ireland in her power as a puppy dog or something or other. Spain and Portugal smoke away layerly. France tried to overthrow. So Spain and Portugal are huffing it up. There's Spain with the reefer in her mouth, and Portugal doesn't look too happy. He must be out of papers or something. And then we have France tried to overthrow Prussia, who advances one hand on Holland, a knee over Austria. Now Austria is here, laying here, and the knee of Prussia, and one hand on Holland up here. I'm trying to back off a little. All right. Very strange. Denmark is up here looking kind of, let's see what it says here. Prussia, who advances one hand on Holland, a knee on Austria. Italy advises Bismarck to keep off Corsica and to keep off. Oh, wait a minute. I was following through in a sentence. Let's go here. Knee over Austria. Italy advises Bismarck to keep off. Okay, well, here's Italy advising Bismarck. Well, I see Italy, but I'm missing the whole Bismarck to back off part. Let me just back off a little bit here. Let's see if I could make any sense of it at all. All right. Now it looks like Corsica and Sardinia over there taking a whiz. Let's see what it says in here. Knee over Austria to keep off. Corsica and Sardinia laugh on at all. The little bare booty. And then Denmark hopes to recover. Holstein Turkey is drowsily awakened from smoke. Turkey's over here huffing down on the hookah. And I will have to continue this momentarily. This is very strange indeed. Sweden crouching like a panther, Russia is a beggar trying for anything to fill his basket. It's a curious analogy when you look at the land masses, individually land masses, and the massive amount that Russia takes as a land mass, to think that that's a beggar. It seems oxymoronic in a term. And then, of course, you have Sweden over here, which is crouching like a panther. Yeah, there you go. Crouch away, Sweden, you crouching folk. This is a strange map. Wanted to bring up and go through this. Now, I could go through the political influences of it and probably make as severe mistakes as I made from Africa to South America yesterday on my video. However, I thought you might consider this and find it interesting to survey and consider, and especially in what's said below. I'm going to run through that real quick again. England enraged forgets Ireland, but still keeps it in her power. Spain and Portugal smoke away lairly. France tries to overthrow Prussia, who advances one hand on Holland, a knee over Austria. Italy advises Bismarck to keep off. Corsica and Sardinia laugh on it all. Denmark hopes to recover. Holstein Turkey is drowsily awakening from smoke. Sweden crouching like a panther. Russia as a beggar, trying to fill anything in his basket. Right. Very strange indeed. Let's see what the year on this is. I don't see one, but you can see that it is known as a comic of Europe. Comic map of Europe. All right, there's another map that we've gone through with some strange details and some curious and kind of twisted looking drawings. Now, what happened before and after the 1800s, or I'd say 1799 through 1820, is the reformation of the areas in America. Now, there are a lot of studies and surveys. Static in the Attic just did another great one on this taking over after the Reformation, the New World Order, just slaughtering the people that were left over on this western side after 1812 or to 1814. I absolutely concur with that hypothesis as a strong possibility, especially when you look at the reformation of mountains and the months and months of earthquakes that occurred just prior to the big takeover. And I wanted to mention that while I go through some of these curious maps. And as I laughed about yesterday, who ever heard of Tartaria? And of course, there are a lot of hypotheses. I love the way Martin Liedtke and Static in the Attic, of course, Flat Earth Nation does real good work on his considerations. Now, all these guys' first names, I don't know. I watch their work, and I just really don't have time to get to know everyone yet. I apologize once again for my severe mistakes. And, right, any other technologies that I may convey are just that. It's my job just to take a look at the curiosities and convey them in hopefully a more fluent way than most. However, I will make mistakes. Now, here's another curiosity. See this, the Gulf of Mexico? Don't you think the Gulf of Mexico, right here, looks a lot in formation like the backside of Africa? Now, here I go with Africa again. All right, sorry about that. I can't apologize enough for making that severe mistake, but I think it was there for a reason. I put it there. I left it there. I'm tired of deleting videos. Once again, the backside of Africa looking like the formation of the Gulf of Mexico. Curiosity, give it a thought, momentary detail. At any rate, I'm not afraid of making mistakes and leaving them. Humble. Humility is important. I don't have to cover up everything. So I'm going to go through a lot more of these maps and the curiosities in dealing with them, but probably not so impromptu. Have to edit my stuff a little more because I'll put out, I'm not going to delete anymore. And right, the New Madrid vibrational details, how the New World Order took over afterwards. I wouldn't mind getting into it, but we are aware. I'll put a believe Static in the Attic's link is in mine. He just did one on that. Martin Liedtke just did a great one on the affecting of dreams and how we are affected by the 5G details. And, becoming this. Well, we always have been. We're slaves to the system. That's fine. Not going to cry about it, but, alright. So what kind of clarity? Finally, I've one with some actual clarity to it, which is kind of shocking. And of course, it's in the Asia area. And my interest for taking this particular map, a new map of ancient Asia dedicated to His Highness William Duke of Gloucestershire. Asia Minor. And so in brief detail, this is just a quick recording. My next recordings, I am going to be going through some more maps and Google Earth, but there are a lot of other details that I want to cover. And getting back into less conspiratorial, more electromagnetic, and a lot more fun with fashion on maps. Because fashion is important. I am a fashion conscious fellow. Anyway, that's just a brief apology. I'm going to get a nice production together. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go a lot of different directions because I never know which direction I'm going to go. And then I find that I led myself by looking at the video that I didn't even watch for certain reasons, like South America versus Africa. And these are the ways of the haphazard universe. What do you think? Alright, well, thanks for watching my short apology. I hope you accept my tears of sadness and regret. And seriously, we're all going to make a few errors. And rather than pull video after video, this is cool. I'm going to get up on this one here. Look at this. That's a little strange over here. Alright, well, I've got a lot of construction going on around here, so I'll talk to you soon. Like, comment, and or subscribe if you have time, or found any humor in my last mistakes. I'm sorry, videos. Thanks for playing. Talk to you soon.